Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the comic roundup. We're getting a bit of a late start this week. Work schedule, vacation, you know. But anyways, let's kick things off with Green Arrow number 16, tying into Absolute Power. So where we left off, the Green Arrow family, aside from Ollie, Trader, was trying to potentially find a means of subverting Amanda Waller's Amazos by going to find the creator of Amazo, Professor Anthony Ivo. He doesn't seem to be very fond of Waller bastardizing Amazo, but still he figures that the Arrow family is there for a fight and sicked a Tomorrow Woman on them. Though Tomorrow Woman was not exactly in the best of shape, she was still handing the Arrow family their asses. And so the issue opens with Marsh Menor giving Ollie a box in the past. It is perhaps the most dangerous weapon on the planet. It is the key to destroying the Justice League should the need arise. But Ollie found it and called for a pickup, but Task Force Operative Bright has taken the carrier, claiming that Ollie sent him on a mission. But the Arrow family has managed to get tossed in the air by Tomorrow Woman, and another far in the air, to the point where the parachutes are necessary. But Connor Hawk manages to talk down Tomorrow Woman. When the task force carrier shows up, but apparently Jade and Cheshire has snuck aboard. And Ivo is in the custody of Waller's forces, including Bright, who is revealed to be from the multiverse. But the rest of the Arrow family joins Jade and Cheshire aboard the carrier, taking out the foot soldiers, while Jade and Cheshire try to free Ivo. Ivo offers to pay Cheshire to betray Roy and crew. She takes him up on the offer, but Bright pops in and says they're not going anywhere except on a non-stop flight to Gamora Island. But Bright uses Jaden Cheshire as something of a, basically, as he puts it, Harper's choice. But Ollie once again switches loyalties and shows up at the end of the issue to rescue Leanne. Like I can't remember. Basically, it wasn't Jaden Cheshire, Jaden Leanne. All this time, yeah. But that's where the issue ends. Good issue, and yes, I was kind of like saying Jaden Cheshire. It was supposed to be Jaden Leanne. Oops. Sometimes I get old. I'm old. I get brain farts sometimes. A lot. Moving on though to our next look, we've got Green Arrow number 14. Where we left off, Hal Jordan was on Gamora Island, and he had managed to evade capture once he got to the island. He'd been captured, and he'd managed to escape, and so yeah. Also of note. One of Amanda Waller's Amazos went after the Justice Society, and Alan Scott gave himself up to the Amazos being called Jadestone in exchange for the rest of the Justice Society being let go. So the issue ends with Hal trying to escape from Gamora, while Alan Scott plays chess with Jadestone. Apparently, the Starheart energy has given Jadestone a degree of self-awareness. But Hal's nosing around in the armory and, well, getting some toys, including Condiment Man's guns. Blue Devil's old trident. Javelin's javelins. But, of course, he's stopped by Jadestone, who has absorbed Jesse Quick's speed. But Jadestone isn't sure whether he should stop Hal or help Hal. The JSA, along with the members of JSA who are free, along with Carol Ferris, are eating at the Tower of Fate. Well, that's where they're hiding. And they realize that someone needs to be someone that the Amazos don't know, but not someone who isn't a member of the superhero community should be the eyes and ears of the JSA. On Oa, the Galactic Council of the United Planets is continuing to enact their agenda utilizing their shadow lanterns, as well as just reveling in the fact that they're going to be doing things that would generally cause the Green Lanterns to come after them, except that they're in charge of the Green Lanterns. But during Hal's fight with Jadestone, he uses one of Abracadabra's wands and causes what appears to be a massive explosion in the prison. However, it was a teleportation wand, which means he just got the weapons and the weapons that were in his immediate vicinity and himself to Themyscira. In Hub City, Carol steps out of a portal of the Tower of Fate, keeping a low profile and keeping an eye out for others. But Sorrow has detected it. That's where the initial part of the story ends. Then the Shadow Lanterns. The idea of the Shadow Lanterns is that they are Green Lantern recruits who have been recently recruited by the United Planets in the purpose of being manipulated. Those who are not easy to manipulate are frequently sent on missions that have low probability of survival. But it seems that the Lord Premier Tharos has a Green Lantern ring. Likely, it helps him. It helps him with manipulating who ends up becoming a successive Lantern successor. But they apparently have a new oath. In deepest space, on planets far and near, the Shadow Lanterns now are here, and all who would do evil will always fear the army that does the will of its Lord Premier. It doesn't roll off the tongue the way the original oath does. But the narrating Lantern attempts to sacrifice himself in the hopes that perhaps someone who truly deserves to wear a Green Lantern ring should wear the ring, would get his ring. That's where the issue ends. I know that the Green Lantern books are building up to something. I think it's an intergalactic war that's largely being fought off planet, and not with other heroes being involved. So that should be an interesting arc. I haven't decided if I'll be buying in on it or not, but moving on though to our last one for the moment, we've got Superman number 17. Where we left off, the fortress is destroyed. Zatanna had a plan to potentially use a mystical the Dark Roads, which is a mystical network of ways to travel, basically by going through the shadows. So the issue begins with a flashback to Superman's youth, while he was going by Superboy, fighting Kid Warlock. By fighting, I mean Kid Warlock punched him through the Smallville home to Superboy sign. In the present, Superman and Zatanna show up at the Hall of Justice, and especially, namely in Justice League Dark's headquarters underneath the Hall of Justice, as Zatanna has a mystical artifact being kept there, and Superman is not going to be feeling great about having to have fought his son. In Metropolis, Peacemaker is telling Waller that he lost Lex Luthor. She's not happy. But Lois, Jimmy, Silver Banshee, Lex, and Lex's daughter are trying to figure out what to do now. Mercy shows up, and this is the first time Mercy's seen Lex since he lost his memories in House of Brainiac. But back with Zatanna and Clark, basically the task force agents are destroying Swamp Thing's path to the green, but they managed to get the artifact in question is a short story about the Oblivion Bar, written by the Queen of Fables. So Superman and Zatanna read it and get sucked into basically the bar, but not everyone's happy to see them. And the bartender lets her know that Z needs to get out of there. Because the bar has already been briefed once by the task force. But Superman just goes, YOLO, and calls everyone in the bar a coward. He admits he doesn't know the ways of magic or the magical world. But there's a war outside the bar, and they've still got their magic abilities, and they could be helping. And instead, they stay here and drink, while others' lives are at risk. People they call friends. But then Kid Warlock shows up and picks a fight with Superman, and Superman just punches him. Knocks him out, and apparently, though, and after taking down Kid Warlock, Superman states that there are only 4 words he wants to hear next on the bar. 3 words. I can help. And Well, someone can help. Neron. Neron has the map of Mordru. It can be Superman's. It can become Superman's Zatanna's, provided Neron and them can make a deal. That is where the issue ends. Though it is kind of nice watching Clark just call out a bunch of magic users on their home turf, knowing full well that he can basically get smashed by any one of them. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, PayPal account in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying live long and rock hard.